right, today we're going to talk about the top 5 country clubs in Reno, Nevada for luxury home buyers. I'm sitting down with Soni Jackson. Soni is an amazing real estate agent in Reno, Nevada. She last year she closed 55 million in sales in 2025, which is phenomenal. 70% of real estate agents in the country didn't close a single deal. Soni is fantastic, one of the best in the area. Soni, let's jump right into it. Talking about top 5, what's your number one country club in Reno for luxury home buyers?
Great question. I actually think many people don't know Reno's a destination for golf. There's like 21 golf courses between our valley and Carson, directly south of us. So to pick number one, I think is really hard between one and two, but I would go for, I have to say Montreux. It is the crown jewel. It's kind of had that historical value to it way back, ever since we kind of got known for this. But it's hosted PGA Tour's Reno-Tahoe Open in 2019. It's a 7,500-yard course. It's a Jack Nicklaus design. They have centered around this golf course this amazing luxury community between the pine trees and the amazing landscaping. And literally, you'll see some deer walk by. It's just absolutely stunning. They had events here for many years. And then the homeowners were kind of like, you know what? We would like to just keep our golf course a little more private. So those have kind of halted a bit. But they have a gorgeous clubhouse they remodeled, and it's stunning. And then there's fire pits outside, bocce ball court, there's a swimming pool, there's tennis courts. So beyond this golf lifestyle that Montreux hosts in a gated 24/7 community, very well known for even one of their holes, the 17th hole, a par four, with dramatic 138-foot drop from the tee. Really good golfers know about this. Beyond that, the lifestyle around it is what everyone's obsessed with in Montreux. So I have to give them number one.
Montreux number one. What are you seeing on the buyer side for people looking at Montreux? Are there any similarities but for what people are looking for in Montreux?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's that wow factor of just driving through the gates. Like you drive through the security gate and it's got a lot of castle French architecture of homes around there, but the greenery, Reno is a high desert valley. So when you go into an at the base of a mountain golf course and it's just stunning landscaping and actually flowers and big pine trees and things like that, I think it takes people aback. And there are many buyers who are like, I only want Montreux because I only want this type of landscape. The next one we're going to talk about is the total flop or the total opposite of that, and also has this amazing value to it in its own right. But Montreux has kind of that historical luxury value. And I do know folks that live outside of the gates of Montreux, but they still get a golf club membership in Montreux because you can do that. You do need to be referred in. It's a very big background check process to actually become a golf member there. But once you are, I mean, it's such a tight knit community, and it is a very elite area of luxury for Reno for sure.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, it's as close as you can get to Mount Rose Ski Resort by
Yes.
living in a golf community, correct?
Great point. Yes, you were probably, gosh, 10, 15 minutes drive from the actual parking lot and putting on your ski boots from this golf course. So even if you're and Montreux does try to stay open year round. I do know they close if the weather's inclement. But if you're getting a massage at the Montreux Club and then going up that afternoon for skiing, it's the lifestyle is pretty impeccable from a luxury standpoint.
Guys, what more could you want? Amazing golfing, amazing views, and amazing skiing in the winter. I mean, it's year-round excellence in Montreux, which is why it's number one. Let's get it right into number two. Who do you have for number two on the list of the top 5 country clubs for luxury buyers in Reno?
Number 2 will go to Arrow Creek, no question. I am also like, I feel bad that Arrow Creek is number 2. I almost wanna line it right up with Montreux. It's a completely different tone, though. Arrow Creek is a 36-hole golf course, so that's massive. The community in itself is larger than Montreux, but it is true high desert luxury, meaning high elevation, desert, climate. It is up into the hillsides of the west side of Reno, so those homes and those golf course, holes have insane views, views of the city, views of Mount Rose. Um, some people just love that expansive feel where you're not kind of tucked into the trees. That's what Arrow Creek has going for it. So that one is a very close second, but they just had new ownership take over, I want to say like 5 years ago now, and they completely redid the clubhouse where it's extremely huge now. There's the golf side, and then there's a massive clubhouse for fine dining, casual dining. There's an area where you can have host weddings and events. There's bocce ball courts outside. There's a huge resort style pool that overlooks the mountains. This was Reno's closest, in my opinion, grab to what Vegas holds a lot of, this resort style luxury living. Arrow Creek hosts that for us, and it's become such a huge place for families. Montreux has a great niche for families, but I feel like Arrow Creek really captures that. They have a kids pool with you can get trainers there and whatnot, but the driving range is just literally overlooking all the peaks of the mountains, and everybody has a golf cart. It's definitely that lifestyle, including the little teenage kids, like, driving around the Arrow Creek community. But if you're that type that you want views and these big sweeping open areas, Arrow Creek is the next. It was designed by Arnold Palmer, so that's its big kinda claim to fame for the 36 hole, and, essentially, it's 2 courses combined into 1. If you wanna go 36 holes, go for it. I don't know if I could even get past 9, but I know that many people love it. They're also on a high-tech side, so there's an app. You can join different clubs on like, with your friends. You can sign up for tea times over that. They have a childcare facility if you wanna drop your kids off and go golfing. It is, another complete pinnacle of luxury for our town, for sure.
That's fantastic. Arrow Creek's fantastic. I've been down there. So the main difference is in Montreux, you're tucked into the trees, so you're not going to see these sweeping city views in as many places as Arrow Creek. Arrow Creek is more high desert, like you said. What are the price point differences in the two for buyers?
Good question. I would say Arrow Creek does host more of semi-custom homes, meaning developers came in the early 2000s and built, homes that were closer together that had a little bit more of a cookie cutter feel in certain parts of Arrow Creek. So low 1 millions, 1.1, all the way up to, 6, $7 million homes. That the further back into Arrow Creek you go, the higher up into the elevation. Better the views, bigger the lots, more expensive the property, but you have these multi-million-dollar mansions as well as this considerably affordable, $1 million homes that, cater to, people just getting in, or if they want their kids to be a golf cart drive away from the swimming pool and all that life. Arrow Creek is also unique in that you can be just living in the gates and you're paying your HOA dues, and those get you access to a resident center that is separate from the club. So you've got a pool, you've got a little gym, you've got a basketball court, you've got tennis courts, pickleball. That is included in their HOA dues, unlike Montreux, which Montreux, your HOA dues cover your snow removal, your security gate. So the club of Arrow Creek is extremely epic, but same like Montreux, you don't have to live behind the gates to be a member. You can go enjoy it and living elsewhere. However, a benefit of being a homeowner in Arrow Creek is that you have this residence center that brings you a lot of this benefit. So I know many families or people that just want access to that, maybe not ready to join the club, they take this step in Arrow Creek.
That's fantastic. You said prices in Arrow Creek are between, let's say, 1 million and 6, 7 million. What are they? What are you looking at in Montreux?
Montreux pricing is more like 2 million is kind of the bottom price, all the way up to, and now we're talking 10 million plus. So Montreux is more expensive from a price per foot standpoint. Um, you will also see more of that French architecture. Montreux is very specific with their architectural review guidelines, so you do need to uphold their exterior appearance. You can tell their homes are absolutely very similar, but also, like, have their own uniqueness, but they are all very stone masonry, beautiful wood, like, sweeping steep roof lines. That's Montreux, so that's why their price per foot is very high. Arrow Creek, you have more flexibility with architecture. So you'll see homes that are completely modern, contemporary roof lines, all the way down to something that is French or Mediterranean or Italian. You have a completely wide variety of architecture in Arrow Creek, whereas Montreux is very design specific for
Got it.
sure.
Okay. And I know I drove into Arrow Creek not too long ago. There was a school very close, right?
Yes. Yes.
How close are the schools and what schools are they to, let's say, Montreux and Arrow Creek?
That is a really good point because Arrow Creek's big appeal is Hunsberger Elementary is directly outside the gates of Arrow Creek. That is one of the top school district elementary schools, as well as the middle school right outside the gates of Arrow Creek called Marcy Hertz, a brand new built middle school. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and a lot of people move to that area just for that zoning. Um, in Montreux, you're further away from the schools. So further away, I'm talking like a 15-minute drive, maybe 20 on a bad day. But you're still within that Galena High school district. So Montreux and Arrow Creek have both very top-rated school districts. But Arrow Creek, you're steps away. Montreux, you're a drive for sure.
Well, let's get into number three. Who
Perfect.
is number three?
So number 3, I'm actually gonna give to Lake Ridge Golf Course because Lake Ridge Shores is OG original luxury money in Reno. That was like 60s, 70s, 80s, houses being built. It's center of town. So Montreux and Arrow Creek are kind of on the southwest side of town, right smack dab in the center of Reno. I mean, 8 minutes from the airport is Lake Ridge Shores. And the Lake Ridge Golf Course is famous here. It's, this one hole, people get married there, it's everyone takes a picture there. It is the 15th hole. There's, they call it like the city view moment, and you can go up there, people cheersing, take pictures online. It's a very popular spot, but it is one of the oldest in towns. It is surrounding a man-made lake called Lake Stanley, and that is actually beautiful that people can't see it from the main highways, but the folks living around that lake are surrounded by the golf course and they can actually, kayak and paddle boat in this lake and, the golfers around can see it as well. So having that big body of water in the center of a high desert valley is really fantastic. So Lake Ridge Golf Course is number 3. It was opened in 1969, designed by Robert Trent Jones. But I mean, you can't go wrong. It's got a cute little clubhouse. It's not like Montreux and Arrow Creek in that there's this big central clubhouse for residents and people to join socially. It's a typical, golf course that you can pay and, go in and enjoy a drink at the bar after, but it is a different level of experience, I would say, from Arrow Creek and Montreux, which are that full service, grandiose luxury sort of a thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask too. Since it is an older build, 1969, you said, I was going to ask about the amenities. So it sounds like the amenities are not quite to the level of Montreux and Arrow Creek just because it's not as new. What are the price points of homes in Lake Ridge Shores?
So, Lake Ridge Shores, interestingly, especially if you're on Lake Stanley, on that man-made lake, you're minimum $2 million, if not more, probably 2.5 and up for some might say a tear down. I don't want to get in trouble for saying that, but really, really old homes that need a ton of work will sell for over $2 million just because they are literally on the water and then overlook this insane mountain range in the center of town, minutes from the airport, minutes from town center, but you wouldn't know you're in this haven. I should also mention you're minutes from Ranchera, which is a newer community village that is a luxury community as well. However, they offer those club amenities we're missing, right? From Lake Ridge Golf, you could drive 5 minutes down the road to Ranchera, join that club, and you've got a pool and a restaurant and kind of like a little billiards room. And it used to be owned by the Harrah's family, the owners of the casino, so thus the name Ranch Harrah. So it's spectacular. You do have that access down the road, but it is not like those Montreux Arrow Creeks where you're behind the gates. You've got all of this in one place. It's more like you've got the typical golf course, the community, and then separately down the road, you go there for the pool if you want it and the dining.
What are buyers looking for at Lake Ridge Shores compared to Montreux and Arrow Creek? Why would you choose Lake Ridge Shores over the first two?
Lake Ridge Shores definitely has, I think, that uniqueness of homes and that character that older style homes have. So, like, a mid-century modern home might be there, or a house built into the grass hillside. Those that are kinda got that funky twang of the '80s, that actually appeals to a lot of people, and then they'll go in, maybe remodel them and make them more specific to themselves, but also a lot of foliage. So, because it's a mature, older community, there's big sweeping trees, there's tons of flowers, like, it is like Montreux and then it has really mature landscaping. However, it's not pine trees. These are, we're talking more like, um banyans and things that, like, it's banyan tree is actually not what they are, but they you know what I'm talking about, Shay, my Hawaiian man over there.
Yep. I love a
Kind
good
of
banyan tree or big
ye
sweeping tree, willow
like
trees.
willow trees, yes,
Yeah.
like, tons of greenery, people just feel more, like, tucked in and at home. It is really, really beautiful there, but yeah, you have to be okay with an older home and one that you're ready to remodel.
So it sounds a lot more cozy,
Yes.
a lot more, yeah, the mid-century modern look, things of that nature, just much more unique and cozy, uh,
Yeah,
which is a
like,
great,
people.
great vibe.
Yeah, I feel like there is absolutely a niche for that, and I know anytime I take people behind the gates of Lake Ridge Shores, they love it. Like, it is a very common place where people just feel quite at home, but the one pause is, "Okay, this house is from the '80s, what do I gotta do?" Or if it was fully redone, those sell very quickly and usually for top dollar. So Lake Ridge Shores is a very special place. Their golf course is voted best of Reno year after year after year. They get a lot of good votes. So,
Okay, so top notch golf course still, even though
yeah,
it's not as new, still top
yep,
notch.
yep.
Who
I
do we
should
have?
say it is a public course too. I should add that. So
Okay,
anybody can go. But I still think it is like the pinnacle of luxury for us here too, because it's OG Reno money.
gotta love anything OG. What is number 4 on your list?
Number 4 would have to be Somerset, in my opinion. Somerset is in Northwest Reno, and Somerset is a master plan community based around the 18-hole championship golf course. Private course you do have to join, but it's got because it's on that west side, they've got the sunsets, they've got they're right up against the, edge of the Western Sierras, so they have these insane mountain views, and the golf course kinda leads with their elevation. You have some pretty steep inclines on their holes, and I know many people from California actually, when they're thinking about Reno, kinda dip their toe into Northwest Reno first, and Somerset is right there for them. So I think them knowing that this golf course, it makes the whole community beautiful, right? It's the chance for greenery that we might not have elsewhere. Reno can be brown. Reno can have dry hills that is over there. So having this golf course where there's so many homes right along it with those spectacular views is what Somerset has going for it. Yeah, they probably have the best of like all the views I'd say on that end in my opinion.
And this is Northwest Reno. As far as the amenities go in the club, what are we looking at there?
So the country club itself has a restaurant. Within Somerset Master Plan community, they have amenities that, in my opinion, are actually best bang for your buck for HOA dues. People there pay about 265 a month. At the moment, if this is watched later, don't quote me. That gets them access to a resident clubhouse. It's large, an outdoor swimming pool with water slides. This is the best family pool I've seen in town. Big water slides. There's kind of those water hanging, water dropping trees for kids to run through. There is an adult swimming pool for lap swimming, gym. They've got Pilates. They've got a half basketball court. They've got tennis courts. So they have a village within Somerset with a sushi restaurant, with a little tapas bar. That amenities stacked in line with the championship golf course actually makes Somerset very appealing. The price point though, you're talking anywhere from $500,000 townhomes all the way up to $5 million homes. So a little bit lower price point to start, and then a little bit lower price point at the height, but still spectacular place to live. I do have to be honest and warn, the wind is a real thing there, and I know people get a little gun shy about purchasing when they do find out. Sometimes the wind is an issue over there, but if that's not of a concern, it's spectacular.
And that's because the wind comes over the crest and it sweeps down the mountain and it's right there, right?
You're exactly right.
Okay.
So it's the base of the valley over the crest of the Western Sierras. It's really it gets a natural breeze all summer long, but like, when a storm comes in, I always tell people it's actually kind of nice. You get a heads up, bring your outdoor cushions inside because a storm's coming, you'll feel those winds hugely. I like knowing when the storm's coming. So I don't mind it, but yeah, it's just something to know for sure.
It does sound like, from what you said, it's the best bang for buck country club in Reno as far as price point, HOA, and amenities go.
Yes.
Who do you have for number five? Top five country clubs in Reno, Nevada for luxury home buyers.
Number 5 goes to Red Hawk for sure. Number 5, is up in Sparks, actually. So, it's the northeastern side of town, in the Sparks region. Still, really, it's Reno. But Red Hawk is, semi-private. It's a 36-hole course, so they have 2, the lake course and the mountain that they combine. You can play one or the other, you can play them all. They have a killer restaurant on there, on site, and, Red Hawk is just stunning. I don't think Sparks has all of the things we wish it did in terms of private restaurants and that kind of outdoor quick access to things. So Red Hawk really set the tone for people to have that luxury level of living out in Sparks. It's absolutely gorgeous. Robert Trent Jones created this, and he did the Lakes course. Excuse me, the Hills course was by Hale Irwin. They were both built in the historic wetlands and cottonwoods of what was formerly called Wingfield Ranch. It is still called Wingfield community to this day, but, it's just really neat. They took this big marshland and turned it into this stunning golf course that, brought luxury to Sparks for the very first time, what it had never seen before.
And what are we looking at price point there?
So if you're, living on the outskirts of the golf course community and this is not gated, you can totally just drive through this. You know, honestly, anywhere from a $500,000 townhome again, all the way up to, I want to say Sparks. I mean, there's this beautiful luxury listing on the golf course right now for 2.4, which I just think is such a steal. Because if that house was in South Reno, it would be $4 million. But, yeah, lower bang for buck again, area, but it is stunning. So I'd say 500,000 to up to 2,000,000 is a pretty big chunk of their market. Anything over 2,000,000 is pretty dang uncommon.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. And Sonny, I know you mentioned before we jumped on here, you guys have a mini guide.
Yes, I have, our Sotheby's marketing team is epic. They've created something for our buyers that we give to everyone now called the Golf Courses Micro Guide. And let me see if I could just share my screen just to show you guys a little bit. But if anyone wants this, or at least to share, look at as a client or look at for your clients, like let us know. Let me see if I can do this.
And I'll
Um,
link this in the description below as well. And for those people that want to work with you, where can they go to find your contact info and reach out?
If they want to contact me, I am at Soni@sonijackson.com. Also, my cell phone number is 808-937-7393. But love to chat and also really love Shay to death. Him and Brian are just my absolute favorite. Like, can you see my screen, Shay?
Yes, I can. I love
Okay.
both of those ski resorts and
Okay.
golf courses.
Yeah,
Go
we have
on.
2 micro guides, the lifestyle shelf that we give to people unfamiliar with the area, but let me share this, it's gonna start playing a video. This is just gonna show you kind of within Tahoe, Reno, and Carson, areas, but this has a great snapshot, so here we go. Alright, let's see if this plays for you.
Mm, beautiful.
Yeah, and here's some Reno Carson Valley pro tips. all these numbered areas
I see
of
on there
where
Red
these
Hawk
golf
number
courses
2.
are.
Yep. Red Hawk number 2. You've got Lake Ridge number 9. You've got
Yeah.
Montreux 12. Club at Arrow Creek 11.
I
Wow.
also want to preface, I'm not a golfer, and those are my top choices. So, those might be in someone else's order, but I think they're just for mapping purposes. There's so many good golf courses here. Also, there's just so much sunshine and so many days of the year to play that there's a lot going on here. So great tips in this micro guide, and then it shows Truckee as well as Tahoe. So if you guys ever want to get a copy of that, just feel free to let me know.
Excellent. And you're okay with me linking it in the description? Is it okay,
Yeah,
or should they reach
100%.
out to you? Okay, we'll figure
Yeah,
that out
link
afterwards.
it in the description. I don't know how to get back to my time with you.
I think we're back. I don't see the screen share anymore.
Oh,
Uh,
good. Okay,
so
good.
I can see you. But yeah,
But
Sonny, thank you so much. Even though Sonny's not a golfer, she is a top luxury agent in Reno, and we've been working with her on the mortgage side for Brian, I think said 10 years now. So she's fantastic, an amazing, amazing human um, that just serves people tremendously. So if you're looking to work with Sonny, feel free to reach out. She's fantastic and will always be so helpful and so kind. So Sonny, thank you again.
thank you. I feel the same for you guys. You guys just do an amazing thing. And thank you, Shay, for having me today. Like, I love the podcast. I absolutely love getting to talk to you. And you bring up so many good topics for us to share info on. So it is an honor to be shared on the information that you bring to the community. And I know you do this with a bunch of agents. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for spending the time. I hope you have a great weekend and we'll see you
You
soon.
too. Thanks. Bye.